can you share a personal story where resilience played a key role in overcoming a challenge? What do you think, Stephen Boisha?
So I think there's the stories that we tell ourselves are integrated into our own life, and many times we're telling ourselves a story that we're not good enough, or we're comparing ourselves to someone else. And I think it's those stories that once we become aware of how powerful our own narrative is, I think that can be used as a stepping stone, as a place of knowledge that we can actually embrace growth in our own life. So the moment that we shift the way that we deal with ourselves, right? So a lot of times, many people will have a very critical self-dialogue. They'll have self-judgment. They'll be so putting so much pressure on themselves to perform that also, you know, it creates this aura around them and it affects the people around them. So what I found is the best leaders in the world, the people that have had the greatest impact, are often the people that are the best people persons. They connect with other people. They're interested in other people. And there's this beautiful thing that happens is once you grow in this area of self-awareness, you realize that we don't really need to do anything to be significant, right? So if you embrace that idea, you don't have to do anything for anyone else. You can step into the arena as a learner, right? To not know the answer. And there's a beautiful thing that happens when we don't know the answer. We actually learn from those that are in our circle. We become more than if we walked into the space with the answer. So when we're talking about, mental wellness and connection and all of this, I do believe that we're seeking to be our authentic self. We're seeking a place of security and safety where we can simply be who we are. And I do also believe that we have these things called self-judgment. When judgment happens, I think we have a biological response that says, "I don't like that. This is something to warn about," right? It triggers off the amygdala and all of the chemical responses because we want this long-term safety. We want this long-term, experience. And so, if we're talking about resilience, things will happen where we will, drop back and we will be triggered by someone else. Something will happen, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But if we realize it, if we recognize it, right, and and grow from it, then I think every time that we have an experience like that, we're leveling up, and not only are we leveling up, but we're modeling that for those around us. So I think it has a great impact on the world. So for me, this whole idea about having a better life, mental health, it's all about having the maximal quality of life. And if we can figure out what that is for us, right, that includes our physical health, it includes our emotional health, it includes having a sense of purpose, all of that. If we can tie into that, I think we can make a better world, not only for ourselves,